Go ahead.
Hard. I'm going for it. So.
Good morning. How you guys doing? Good?
Yeah.
All right, hold on. Let me show my screen. All right, hold on. Hope you guys are doing good. It's Saturday. We made it again. All right. I'm glad you guys are here. I'm going to text a few more people. Text your team. Let them know the training has started. And we're getting straight to the point today. Anybody want to share some successes this week? You know, anything good they did this week that kind of had a little mini breakthrough or big breakthrough? Anybody?
I'm not on your team, Kevin, but I had a little breakthrough this week.
What was the breakthrough?
I had a pretty. I had a lot better of a week than I have been having. I made a transition in how I've been presenting the business. From watching that 3.5 hour team training that all of the leaders put together when they came out of Vegas.
Oh yeah, that's on my YouTube channel. Thank you.
I don't know if I saw you a copy of it or not. I'm not sure, but I took a lot of notes from the Alicia Barnes part and how she covers the presentation. And I had a much better week this week. I enrolled 3 people. The spirit wasn't, it wasn't a huge breakthrough, but it's a lot more than the production that I've been getting to come through. Before then. So yeah.
Well, listen, that's a breakthrough is a breakthrough in my world.
Absolutely.
And that training, what's crazy about that training is that, 3 hours, that was a long time that you invested into that, which is good. And that's kind of what a lot of people got to do sometimes. Sometimes we get into a way where we put more time into our job or movies or these whatever these series are on TV and just social media, and instead of putting time into mastering the craft, because we all invested $288. But sometimes people forget, man. So that's good, man. I consider that even better breakthrough, because now your team's going to duplicate that effort. And now that information you'll be able to pass on to them and have them understand more, and you'll be able to lead them better because you invested the 3 hours. Because most people, they don't invest that amount of time into learning what it is. And then when they see these leaders go on stage, or they see these leaders doing what they're doing, they don't realize that they were behind the scenes doing what you were doing to kind of sharpen your blade. So that's always a good thing, man. And that's a major breakthrough, So, but I'm going to get right to it, guys. I'm Coach Cam. Don't forget to message your team, get them on a webinar. This training. That way everyone's on the same page, and that way I don't have to continue to say the same thing, or you don't have to say the same thing over and over and over again. So I think the first thing we want to really talk about is the schedule. So if we look, today is the 9th. I'm very particular about doing things intentional or being on purpose in what we're doing, because we really don't have time to waste. None of us. So everything that we do, like when Maurice said, even putting his time into watching a 3-hour training or taking time today to be on this training with me, guys, is just, we have to be intentional in what we're doing so we can all master our craft. So today is the last day of the volume week. And as you guys can see, we have a 5-week volume week. It's not like the traditional calendar where it's, full weeks into the month. But all this means is all the customers that you guys are going to get in today and the agents that you're going to get in today, that's going to pay you for this upcoming Thursday. That's why most people, we go super hard on like Saturdays and Fridays, because, it's crunch time. even though every day is crunch time, but you have to understand what you're doing in order for you to master this business. Know when to go hard. You know, it's like when LeBron, you know, when they know when to put LeBron in the game. They know, you know, Jordan knew when it was time for him to get in the game. You know, whether he got in fourth quarter or whether he got in third quarter to get him up and he take a rest, and then they put him in the ending of the entire fourth quarter so they can maximize his energy so he can do whatever he has to do to put that last push in. So that's what we're doing, man. And every single week, you have to know where you are, guys. We are way ahead of schedule when it comes to how many customers, how many agents we have within the organization. Maybe you have your own personal goal that you're behind on. Well, today is the day where you got to get it together and you got to know what to do. And that's basically it on the calendar. And the other thing, guys, I want to kind of go over how we get paid, because this is critical. You know, one thing I realized when I was in corporate America, they never, you learn how you got paid at the beginning and that was it. They never talked about raise. They never talked about anything. They just said, all right, you're getting XYZ an hour, go to work, and you work the 40 hours. But I want you guys to understand how you get paid so you know how to maneuver this thing, because you can do the same thing. Like you can bring an agent in and you can have customers, but if you don't know what to do with those customers, you can lose out on money every week. And there's nothing extra you got to do but move customers. You just got to know how to do that. I'll put that video inside the group a little bit later, but here's just a little quick synopsis. So let's say you're a new agent and you bring in a new agent, right? Yes, the total is going to be 100, right? But FES is going to pay you the initial $40. So that agent has to get 2 customers. So either that agent can get their own 2 customers, or you can take 2 customers and put it under that agent to be able to trigger the remaining totaling 100. So let's say you're a regular agent. But then let's say you get promoted. This is why the Strive for 5 is so key. And you want to do everything you can to knock out the Strive for 5. Let's say, for instance, you get that. You're doing the same work. You just gave yourself a raise, right? The agent comes in. FES going to pay the initial 60. And then once that agent gets 2 customers, either your 2 customers you can put under them, or they get their own 2 customers. The best way is that they get their own 2 customers. Because remember, that new agent is also going to bring in 2 new agents anyway. So it's best for them to get their own 2 customers so they can trigger their own cab as well. Meaning unlock the remaining money. Right? And it's the same thing for every single title. This is why we all focus on constantly getting promoted. Right? Because you could go from agent. I remember when I went from agent to senior field trainer. I was excited when I started getting that 240, man. I was like, you know what I used to have to do at work to make $240 sometimes in one day? You know? So as long as we know what we need to do, we'll be able to know how to trigger the cabs. We'll know how to build a business. And then you can teach your team that. You know, a lot of people call me all day, every day, and it's okay, but you got to learn the business. Remember, when it's time for FES to pay, you're not going to share your money with me. You know, you're going to keep your money, pay your bills, do your thing. So you have to really understand what you're doing, and it's going to take time. You know, when I first started, you know, no one did this for me. I had to drive all the way to a Friday night training in person to do it. But because we have agents everywhere, I decided to start doing these webinars for training, and look what started to happen. Other teams, even top leaders, start to do training online because they realize that everyone can't make the in-person meetings. Some of you guys are in your bed. I see somebody in the kitchen. I see Rod walking. I see this person. I'm in the living room. So it's like you could be wherever doing whatever you're doing as long as you're getting the information. And that's what I love about this. You know, it's just a blessing. So know how you get paid. And guys, this actual sheet is in your back office on your commission overview tab where you can kind of get a little bit more in depth. Now, how to edify your leaders. Those of you who've ever heard me edify anybody on a webinar, like when I'm introducing Bruce, I always say the same thing, you know, which is true. He's my brother from another mother. I love this individual. If I had two more kids, I'll name my son Bruce, my daughter Brucina. He's what you call a leader's leader. He loves helping people. He has a heart of gold. We call him Mr. Gold Lambo. So whatever you need to do, edification meaning you're that person that you're about to put on the phone with your leader. Maybe that person, maybe you're going to get me on the phone with them to explain to them about the agent side, to explain to them the credit repair process to help you. You know what I mean? But you got to know how to edify. Remember, they don't know who I am. They don't know who LaShanya is. They don't know who Tammy is. They don't know who Crystal is. They don't know who Rod is. They don't know who any of us are. So they just know you. And you have to edify us, meaning it's like when you're introducing someone to someone else. You're not just going to say, hey, Kev, meet John. Hey, John, meet Kev. No, they don't know who I am. Now I got to spend 20 minutes trying to prove to them who I am, which I don't have the time to do that. So we got to make sure we're edifying the leader. And sometimes it's not going to be me. Maybe you're going to man, I remember when I started, most of the time it was Bruce, but I had a field trainer. I edified a field trainer to talk to one of my agents because they knew their stuff. Don't let the title determine what you should know. You know, don't let that throw you off. You can have your teammates edify you. Like for instance, Darlene's in. Darlene can edify Tammy, and Tammy can make the call for her. Or Darlene can edify LaShanya, and LaShanya can do it. But either way, you have to edify that individual that you're bringing on the phone because they're the expert, they're the leaders. And we're all leaders. Don't let a title determine if you're a leader or not. I've been in other businesses. I've been in companies where you can have the CEO. He doesn't know how to lead. He's not a true leader. He's disrespectful. He talks to you crazy, and that's not a sign of a leader. So don't let the title determine, guys, if you're a leader. We're all leaders. Every single person that took the time to invest an hour or 30 minutes into this training, you're a leader. Like you gotta own that. Like you gotta own that. When I meet up with people, they already think I'm an SVP. Why? Because when I was a field trainer, I told people that I'm an SVP. I'm just waiting for my paperwork to catch up. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you're in the same situation. Like for instance, I got a message from a young lady today, and it blew my mind. She's in Darlene's team. I think her name is Mika. This was crazy. Like this is a leader. She said, I sent her the message for the, like I sent a lot of you guys a message for the webinar, for the training today. She said, I'm in a meeting in Atlanta right now. It's a major training going on in Atlanta. I said, wow, you're going to be a VP. You're getting trained by the best. I said, please post pictures in the group. This was her response. Okay, I'm on the path to greatness. I didn't tell her about that training. I didn't even know how she knew it was a training. But again, this is a leader. She's not going to determine what her position is. She's leading right now. And that's what we all got to make sure we're doing. So when you're introducing someone, so you'll say, let's say you got somebody who want to become an agent. Let's say LaShanya, she got someone to become an agent, and she's going to introduce Gretchen. She's going to say, let's say the person's name is Kayla. You're going to say, hey, Kayla, I'm actually going to get Gretchen on the phone. She's a phenomenal leader. She's a leader's lead. She loves helping people. And she's going to kind of break down to you, how we get paid and also the business side. All right. She's helped a ton of people, and I want you to really pay attention to what she's saying. Gretchen, meet Kayla, Kayla, meet Gretchen, or however you're going to do that. But the bottom line is you want to edify that person, right, who you're bringing on to the person who you want them to talk to, right? And then what I love to do is, like, I was on the phone with Tammy yesterday, and then Tammy, and I was on the phone with what's my girl name yesterday? Kiwi. So Kiwi was like, well, Tammy's person was like, I was like, Tammy, so I make the person cross edify. So what does that mean? When she's edifying me to get on, right? Then I asked Tammy, so Tammy, after I explained everything to the young lady, I said, Tammy, what is it about this young lady that you feel she'll be great? So Tammy started telling me all the great attributes of the young lady. The girl heard it, and she was blown away because she didn't know Tammy looked at her like that. Same thing with Kiwi. Kiwi got on the phone. I did what I had to do, and I said, Kiwi, by the way, what is it about Keisha that you think she'll be? And by the time Keisha was edified by Kiwi, Keisha was like, wow. She said, I didn't even know you felt like that. Guys, people love when you say great things about them, and make sure it's true, and guys, we're in a people building business. We just build each other. And that's so when you down or when you get discouraged, or guys, bottom line, don't get discouraged. But anyway, if it happens, you can reach out to me, you can reach out to your brother, you can reach out to your sister, you can reach out to anybody in this organization, and we're going to help empower you. But the first years of network marketing, that video, that training will help you. And you won't get discouraged. So when someone says, oh, I don't know, or I can't do it, or they lie, or, you know, somebody who you really thought was going to do it and they don't, and you're like, oh my God, Kev, they were going to be great. Move on. Just move on. Do not waste time. It's like planting a seed and you just sitting here watching it, waiting for it to grow, watching grass grow. You're going to be here all day waiting on them. I keep moving. If I would have waited for everybody that told me in 2 weeks, on Friday, next week, this week, I wouldn't have gotten promoted. I just keep going. Now, let me tell you what's going to happen. When you keep going, people are going to start coming. They're going to start seeing your social media page. They're going to see you changing. And then they're going to come back. I have people come back 3 months, 6 months, a year later. But imagine if you quit the business. They're going to sign up under me. Or they're going to sign up under LaShaya. Or they're going to sign up under Krista. Or they're going to sign up on Louisa. They're going to sign up under somebody else that kept going. That's key. All right. So make sure you're edifying your leaders. Success with FES. This is just a website, guys. You can actually log into your back office. Let me show you. All of us have this in our back office. And if you've never gone on Success with FES, you definitely want to get in there. See, my code's already in there. And people listen to me like, wow, you already know. I still train. I still train. All right. Those of you who've never gone into this platform, right, you have to get in here, right? Because there's some videos here. And then you should watch the videos of your first week. But I like to go to the video library. And this will teach you about the compensation, marketing, products, you know, anything that you need to know. It'll teach you how to do your back office, anything you need to know, right? You know, in certain situations, some people call me, which is fine, but you can always go find the answer on your own. You know, I think I was talking to Tammy yesterday and she was like, Coach, when I call you, it's because I really can't find it. And I love that she tries to look first, you know. A customer called, messaged me and she said, hey, I can't, what's the phone number for customer service? I said, it's in your email. She said, which email? Go check the email. like, why are you asking me which email? Go check the email to see the number, not just waiting on me to give you the number. Go check it. So it's the same thing we have to do, guys. We have to know that we have to be part of our own rescue, because sometimes I'm busy. Sometimes you're busy. Or when you call me and I'm not available, by the time I call you back, you could already got the answer. So always try to find the answer on your own, but your mentor can help you, but look for the answer first, and then if you can't find it, and then you can reach out to him. But the reason why I learned so much, I never really called Bruce for anything dealing with my back office. When I needed to know something about pay, I called FES. When, you know, I needed to know how to push, you know, move a customer over, I'll message Bruce, but everything that he sent me, I'll email it to myself so I can save it. So I didn't have to call him again for the same thing. I wanted to call him for something new. And he noticed that. He was like, bro, I noticed, man, you don't call me for the same thing. I said, I don't have time to call you for the same thing. You gave it to me already. You know, so I want you guys to be the same exact way. And I have a ton of leaders who's just like that. You guys just, some people don't even call me. I just see all these customers coming in. I'm like, wow, they get it, you know. Now this next part number 4 is the most important. How to explain the credit repair process. Like, this is key. Let me close this out so you guys can see my screen. Hang on 1 second. All right. So, you know, when you put the post up and then someone says, info, right? And then you should respond to each person individually with check your instant messenger, and then the message, and then, you know, you respond with these messages below. So once you put the image up, they say info, or they'll say me, whatever they say, you're going to go check your instant messenger. So if it's 10 people, you should reply to each person. Let me tell you why. I had a lady who just responded, like she waited till like 10 of them came and everyone checking instant messenger. That's not how Facebook works. If you want more people to reach, to see your post, you have to comment. Because remember, here's the thing with Facebook. Remember, guys, I used to work at an ad agency, so I kind of figured it out. But once you respond, right? Check your instant messenger. Somebody else just saw your comment, right? And then now it expands. And then you put check your instant messenger, and now it expands. Somebody else keeps seeing it. And then this is how it goes, quote unquote, viral, because more people start to see your message. But it only works if you know how to work it. So I know it's a lot of work. So what I do is I just put check your instant messenger. I don't hit reply yet. I hit copy, right? And then I hit reply and I let it go. And then it's already copied. I go to the next one, paste. 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 And then before you know it, you just responded to 40 people in 5 minutes, right? Now here's the next thing. This is the most important. Once you get them on a back end, right? This is how I get them. I say, hey, what exactly you looking to get done? Purchase a home, get negative item, delete it, yada, yada, yada. So I'll just send them this. Copy, paste. Right? And then remember, you already told everyone to check their instant messenger. So you could copy the same thing and then instant message this to every single person. Everyone's going to reply. Most people are going to say, purchase a home, get things deleted. Usually. Right? And then once they respond to that, reply with that, you're going to say this, copy, paste. Do you have any idea, what your score looks like right now? They're going to either say no, or usually they're going to give you 2 scores. And here's an indication. When you see that they only give you 2 scores, you know, and this is how you can position yourself as an expert. You're going to know that they use Credit Karma. Some of you, when you hear me talking to your clients, trying to explain the process, I usually say, oh, that means you check Credit Karma. That's because I got the algorithm. I got it down. And you're going to get it down too. So all you need to do is take this copy, take this message, and just message to everybody. Again, once you see them reply, you should go with, okay, great. And then you copy the next message. Guys, all you're doing is copying and pasting. We can definitely help you improve your credit score. All right? We can remove bankruptcy. Now you're telling them things that you can remove. One of these, or even some of those, they're going to need help with that. Right? But you're already, now you're expert, and you're not wasting their time and you're not wasting your time. What happens is some people are giving too much information. Don't give no information. You follow this sequence. If they keep asking you questions, hey, what's the best number to reach you on? Right? The problem is you don't want to give them too much information and then they feel like that's it. Then they're not going to call you back. Or you don't want to send them your video. Don't send them a video. Get their phone number first. Get on the phone with them, right? And if I'm busy, or you're upline, or you're busy, talk to them. It's okay. If you want to learn it and master this business, at some point you're gonna have to learn it. And that's the same thing, Bruce. I used to tell Bruce, I'm like, bro, I can't keep calling you every 5 minutes because he'll be on the phone with a client of mine, right? And then I'll have another client, and then I just had to learn it. But let me tell you what took off of me. Once I learned what to say, my paycheck wasn't in Bruce's hands. I didn't have to rely on him, right? And some of you that are new, within my first 2 weeks, I mastered the presentation. I just treated it like a job. And when I used to run my call center, when Bruce was my employee, the first thing I used to do with my employees, they have to master the script. That's this. If they didn't master the script, I fired them in a week. I'm telling you. So we all got to operate as if we want to learn and master this business, not counting on the person that brought you in. Remember, you paid the $288. You made a major sacrifice to get in, right? You could have did something else with that money. You know you're going to walk out of your job. You know you want to make $500, $600, $700, $800 a week, or whatever you're trying to make every single week. But you got to master this. Once you master this, oh my God, you're going to sound great. You're going to sound better than me. And you don't have to worry about someone else's controlling your paycheck, right? What happens if that person's not available? You can do it, and then you'll be able to talk to more people. Once I start doing that, I'll say like Bruce 1 or 2, and I'll be talking to 3 or 4, boom, 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 back to back to back. And the more and more I was doing it, I messed up so many. I messed up so many times. But what I did was, like one time I'll have like my wife's phone, I'll have her phone on recorder, right? So I'll have her phone recording me, and then I'll have my phone as I'm talking to the person so I can hear what I'm saying. And then after I'm done with them, I'll listen to the recording. I'm like, okay, dang, I should have said that wrong. Dang, I told him it's going to be in 30 days. It's not going to be in 30 days, 45 to 90 days. Oh my God. So I started critiquing myself. And then once you start doing that, you'll know what you should not say. And then you'll master it. But it takes repetition. It takes planning. It takes unconscious competence. It takes being on purpose. It's like all of us know how to tie our shoe. Think about the last time you actually thought about tying your shoe. If your shoelace gets untied, you can literally be looking down or looking up at somebody while you tying your shoe with your hand. Why? Because it's unconscious competence. You've done it so many times, you don't have to think about tying your shoe. You just tie it effortlessly. It's the same thing with this. But you got to learn it. You got to master it. You got to practice so you can get better. You know, I was talking to an agent. He's not in my team, but he was like, oh, man, coach, man, I haven't gotten any customers. I said, why haven't you gotten any customers? Oh, man, my upline's not. He's always busy. You crazy. What you mean? Learn it. What you mean your upline's always busy? Forget about your upline. You learn it. He's not even in my team. I said, bro, stop waiting on your upline. You wasting time. And now you blaming your upline. That's not his fault. That's not her fault. Do what you got to do, man. That boy messaged me one day. He messaged me this morning. He was like, bro, this working. I said, I know it's working because you working. You know what I'm saying? That's all we got to do. So anyway, I digress. So once you say the number 3, then you message number 4 because they're going to respond. Oh man, or they may not respond to number 3. So this is what I do. I'll send them number 4. We perform a detail on that. Now you explaining to them how you're going to do it. Now you're saying the how. Now usually after you go with number 4, they going to ask you how much. Right? So you say we perform a detailed analysis to dispute everything negative on your credit report, which is why we receive a quick turnaround. All right, customers start seeing results in 60 to 90 days, but you guys can say 45 if you want, but I think safe to say 60 to 90 days with us. You also get your own customer portal to track our progress every step of the way. So now you telling them, now you could track. Remember, Lexington Law and all these other companies, sometimes they don't know what's going on. They have no idea. They just know that their card keep getting charged, you know. So the next thing I'll say, what's the best number to reach you on? Now, key point, guys. If they don't want to give you their number, move on. Remember, they're the one with the bad credit. Don't be desperate. If they say, oh, I don't feel comfortable giving you my number. Listen, you want to get your credit fixed or not? And your job is to get on the phone with them and explain the process. Don't send your link. Don't send your link. Now, if they say specifically, send me your link, I want to sign up, then I'll send it. I don't think they're going to sign up, though. I'm just being real with you. And I'm probably the most positive people you ever meet in your life. But I've seen the trend. You need to get on the phone with them and get their phone number. Too many people are sending them the link. And here's the other thing. Don't send anyone the link before you get them on the phone with me. Because when I call them, sometimes they don't pick up because they think they know the business. Because you sent them the link. You can send them the video on my YouTube channel. It's like a 4 or 5 minute video that explains the agent side, which I would love that. Anyone who you want to become an agent, make sure they see the video to become an agent so they can understand. So when I'm on the phone with them, I don't have to like re-explain what the video can do. Use that as a tool. And if you guys need that video, I'll put it inside the group, but everyone should have it. All right? So that's pretty simple. But guys, that's how simple that is. And I know we all are grinding, we're all doing what we gotta do, but we gotta master this craft. We have to. I think this young lady today, we're having a PBR. I'm gonna open up for some questions in a second. If this Facebook would ever load. So we have this young lady. Key point, guys, never brand FES. You're branding you. Don't brand FES. All right. But anyway, she's a phenomenal leader. She put this together. You know, she reached out to her business partner, Tammy, and I think Darlene helped collaborate this as well. Darlene did this at Olive Garden. We had a wonderful, imagine, Fez reached out to Darlene. Darlene was a tough cookie. Darlene finally got inside the business. Darlene did a wonderful presentation here at Olive Garden, right? Which I said, don't do it at Olive Garden. It's not duplicatable. Some people don't want to invest that money to open up an Olive Garden, but these ladies are high-level bosses. They're bringing in high-level individuals, so I get it, right? So boom. So Darlene did her presentation, which brought in Tammy, right? Tammy then went to the presentation. She saw that presentation. Then she went to the Tuesday event. She got exposed to the Tuesday event. I had a nice conversation with her. She's just phenomenal. Her husband Alonzo is phenomenal. We had a good conversation with them, right? And then Tammy did a presentation, not at Olive Garden, but she did it at Dunkin' Donuts, where 2 people showed up, and one of the individuals was this leader here. She came in. She said, man, I don't think she signed up the next day or the next day after that, but I think the following week she signed up. Now look at this lady. She not playing with this. This is another powerhouse leader that's going to bring more people to the whole opportunity. She's invited 60 people. She wants to get promoted quick. Why? Because she's serious about this, right? And guys, all of us have the leadership quality, right? Her mentor told her, hey, do this, do this. She could have listened or she didn't have to listen. She could have did it anywhere, but she is serious. And guys, at the end of the day, we all can do a presentation, right? She did hers at Olive Garden. Maybe you guys want to do yours at Dunkin' Donuts like I did, and I do multiple at Dunkin' Donuts. Whatever you want to do, but those of you who are in this area, you can plug people into it as well. But here's a key point. This is her meeting. Right? So I'm going to be highlighting her, right? But your people can hear what it's about. And this is going to be epic. All right? But guys, I'm going to kind of open up a little bit for any questions. You can just unmute your line. You guys have any questions? Go ahead and unmute your line, and I'll kind of go over that with you. Okay. Hold on. Any questions?
Hey Kev, it's Munger. I don't have any questions, but I just wanted to thank you for your your continued involvement with all of us. Me signing up under Donovan or Corey under you, and just your constant push and drive and information, man. It's really helping, and I'm gonna start to turn the corner here. I just want to say thank you.
Joe, thank you, man. One thing I can tell you about you, man, you make no excuses. You'll be on these trainers on a webinar. I'm on a treadmill in the gym. You'll be busy. You make no excuses. You made a major sacrifice the other night to come to the Tuesday event, which I'm so grateful for. You gave me a great idea about doing the thing in Sunrise at the swap shop. So, man, I appreciate you, and I received that, and I thank you, man. I just want everybody to win, man. That's just all I want to do. And those words, man, it keeps me fueled. It keeps me going, knowing that you appreciate that and you guys appreciate it, man. Because, guys, it's a new wave of leaders, So, Joe, when I first talked to Donovan and Corey, when they was mentioning you, all they kept saying is like, this guy Joe. This guy, Joe. So you're basically everything that they told me about you. Your tenacity, you don't give up, you're grinding, and you're doing multiple things at the same time. And one thing I love about you, Joe, you got vision. You told me, I think you put in one webinar, you were like, the year of the Munger. I love that because I never forgot it. And I believe that. And I'm excited for you, man, and everything that you're bringing to the table. We got to get new agents in there for you. And this is your month to get promoted. So anything I can do to help you, just let me know. When you do the thing at the swap shop, let me know like ahead of time. Just so I want to make sure I'm in town, and I want to make sure I'm kind of helping you with that, just so I can learn from you on that, because I've never done that. So I just think that's a great idea, and I appreciate the kind words, brother. Any other questions?
Kevin, this is LaShanya. I wanted to know, we were talking about Trigger the Cap.
Uh-huh.
Is it a specific day that has to be done? Like, let's say if I needed to move clients to someone Does it have to be done by the end of the week? Does it have to be done? Like, when does it have to be done once you?
What? It's tricky, but I hope I don't confuse you. The bottom line is try to get that done before Saturday midnight. Okay.
Okay.
Now, that's the standard answer. But let me tell you what these millionaires taught me that I had no idea about. Let's say you got 2 customers today, right? Because remember, the pay period ends today, right? To get paid for this upcoming Thursday, right? So let's say, for instance, you get an agent on Sunday or Monday. Did you know, this blew my mind. Did you know that as long as the customers came in before Saturday, did you know that you can take a customer that came in on, let's say, Saturday, Friday, or Thursday, the week before, put those 2 customers under the agent that came in on Sunday, and they're going to pay you for that agent the same week?
Oh, really?
That's crazy. That's crazy. You see how you smiling? Me too. That's what I was doing.
So as long as the customer that you're moving came in before
Saturday,
or by the end of that Saturday, you can put them under that agent.
you can put them under the agent on Sunday. You can put them under the agent if they come in on Sunday or Monday. Monday before 5. That's the trick. Is the cutoff. So I always say Sunday and Monday before 5, and that will pay you the upcoming Thursday. So like right now, LaShanya, in your team, we need to be getting a whole, like I put customers on your, like you got customers, I put customers, Darlene. We all start putting a lot of customers within your team, but we got to get your team also to also be getting customers, because I don't want you to be doing everything. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So we got to help them get a ton of customers as well, because this is why sometimes I don't charge people the 188. Sometimes I'll charge them just the 89, because I know once I put 2 customers under them, right, it will trigger the cab. Anyway.
Okay.
So if somebody tells me, oh, Coach Kev, I don't have the 188, I'll ask them this simple question. How far are you from the 188? So they'll say, well, I only have $88, or I only have 100. Then I'll give them the link for 89. If they say, well, I only have $150, I don't have the 188, then I'll give them the other link for 138, the one that you was using, remember?
Yes.
I'll give them that. So did I answer your question?
Yes.
Perfect.
I just wanted to know, yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome. Any other question?
Just to go one step further with that, Kevin, can you hear me okay?
I can hear you.
So just to piggyback on what you just said, hypothetically, the client comes in this week, tonight, to the client. The agent comes in Monday before 5. You're able to trigger the cab for next Thursday. When does the volume go through for that agent? The week that the clients came in? Probably not, right?
No, remember the volume is gonna go in for that same week, because you're gonna trigger the cab off that volume.
Right. Gotcha.
Yeah.
So the volume will go in for next week, not this week, hypothetically, in that scenario.
No, the volume's the volume's gonna go on for that same week because you're triggering the cab. It's retro because you're using 2 customers from the previous week. Does that make sense?
Yeah. I can get that. That makes sense. That's powerful, like you said. I got you.
It was crazy when I was like, bro, and it's like, when you'll start seeing these ladies, you're like, dog, they doing something, like it's something I don't know. It's something I don't know. And then it just, like, I was asking Bruce, and then Alfred, I was talking to Alfred, I was like, bro, you gotta, it's something I don't know, man. And then he told me, and I'm like, bro, I gotta tell my team this. So, yeah, man. And that's the other thing, guys. I don't know if y'all know, like I know Alfred. Like, I call Alfred. I call Bruce. I know Nicola. And because we know these people, I'm passing on information to you guys that you probably would never get. It's crazy. So, I don't know, man. Some people gonna take advantage, some people won't. LaQuinta, you there?
I'm here. I don't know how to talk.
You talking?
I'm talking. I didn't tell you. I got it in the bathroom. I'm sitting in the bathroom.
Listen, I want to tell you something, sister. You are a superstar.
Thank you.
Tammy, when I remember when we left that meeting. First of all, my wife was like, when we left, my wife was like, that lady's a boss. I was like, I know. I was like, I think she had on white. She's like, no, she had on white with like some black. That lady's a boss. And I was like, yeah, I think she's gonna tear it up. And I was talking to Tammy, and Tammy was just edifying you. It's like, man, Quint gonna bring it. I was like, who is Quint? She's like, oh, we call her Quint. I'm like, oh, LaQuinta. But I just appreciate your tenacity. I appreciate what you're doing, your vision, and you're on a team with women with vision.
Yes, I love the team.
You guys are gonna override cities. I'm telling you. But we just gotta constantly get people in front of it, because I know once you master the presentation, you can be like, Kev, you do that one, I'm gonna do this one over here. And that's what it's gonna happen. You know, I also in the future, I want to do a very short training, not for everybody. For those of you who just want to learn the presentation, I'm going to literally go through the 1 to 10 with y'all just so y'all can master it. Because once I learned it, I used to like set up meetings for Bruce like in person, and then him and I will be in person, and I'll see him do the 1 to 10, and I'll be like, bro, I gotta learn this. And then I recorded it, and I was listening to every single day. I didn't listen to no radio. I didn't listen to anything, because I knew, and I told him, I said, bro, one day I'm gonna have a huge team, and I need to know it so I can teach them. So I want to teach you that. I want to teach all of you who really want to learn it, because when I get individuals like you, Tammy, LaShanya, Darlene, Faz, you know, all of you guys, Gretchen, who's serious about this, like I gotta be sharp. Cause somebody like you, if a person didn't know this business, they wouldn't have signed up with you. You'd be like, get out of here. Cause you're a boss. You know what I'm saying? So how many you anticipating today?
My list is up to 21 now.
Okay, so you invited more.
Yeah.
But you say you invited like 60, but you talking about those solid, concrete confirmations. It's 21.
Confirmation this morning. I got up 6 o'clock this morning. I sent out my texts, so I got 3 RSVP for 21, and then Tammy said that she was expecting maybe 5 or 6 to come.
Wow. Wow. And who sat with you to reach out to all these people?
Who sat with me to do it?
Yeah.
No one.
No.
If I had questions, I was in contact with Alan and Tammy, and also Darlene as well. She was very helpful as well.
Guys, watch that. Listen to that. Nobody sat with her. That's a leader. No one has to tell her. She said, I put my 288. Oh, I'm going to get this money, and I'm getting my money back. I'm not playing with this. So some people are waiting on me. Or they're waiting on this person. Guys, get it done. Like, you invested in 288, man, and now I see why they all speak so highly of you. And I already know without a doubt you're going to be a VP, and you're going to have a huge organization of some boss lady. And get a few men in there too, man. Don't just boss it up with just.
I'm expecting out of the 21, I think 3 are going to be men.
All right. Any realtors?
Yeah. No.
What do they do? What's the level? You got realtors, or you got tax people? You got no realtor. You have any tax people or business owners?
I have 1 tax preparer. I have like 2 nurses. I have it's a slew of different people. Then I have people who are just only interested in coming in for the service, not really interested to be a agent.
Okay.
So out of the 21, I said I'm hoping maybe I'll say 7 of them may possibly be interested in being an agent, but most of them are customers.
Okay, all right.
And another question that I wanted to ask you about, I was going to actually wait for the event because I wanted to like elaborate it in front of the people that's going to be there, because a few of them were like, oh, you know, my credit's already at a good standing. Like, how can I benefit from your service? Like, why is it worth me paying $89 a month if my credit's already in good standing? So I spoke to Alan, and he told me about the credit builder, the trade line services that we offer. But I just needed help on how to more elaborate when I have people who say that, because a lot of people I was reaching out to, oh, my credit's already high, like how can I make the service? And they're just not agent, you know,
worthy. They don't want to. Okay. Well, I think the first thing is some people think they got good credit, and it's fair. That's first and foremost. A 650 is not good credit. That's fair credit. Right? The secondary thing is the Credit My Rent. That's a separate program. and we need them to hear that. Some people don't know about that, right?
Okay.
And then, like, for instance, my wife said the same thing. Her credit was already good since she was in her teens. But what happens if, can you use a little extra money? Can you use some extra money? Can you also understand that your credit can go even higher? You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Some people, here's the thing. Some people will say, oh, you know, I don't need any credit, that's fine. They ain't telling the truth, number one. Right? Number two, once they actually see the potential, they may convert themselves to wanting to become an agent. You get what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna go too heavy into just trying to make them feel like it's only for people who have bad credit. We're gonna educate them, give them an opportunity, and if they want to increase their credit from where it's at, because none of them have a 750. You know, if they want to increase their credit from where they're at, this is where they need to be, and we're gonna give them other options.
Okay.
So it's not too. We don't spend a lot of time trying to convince them. It's yes, no, and we keep moving.
Okay.
And all you need is 5. That's really all you need. Right. One of the young ladies in I forgot whose organization. I think LaShonya's organization, Debbie was a little discouraged. Debbie got her Strive for 5 in one day.
Wow.
And she had, how many we had there? We had 3 at the beginning, and then we had another 3. So she had 6 people, and then she probably had another person that she just enrolled without me. So that one meeting with just 6 people, she got 5. And then she signed another person up without me. So at the end of the day, the numbers that you're going to bring, and then remember, those new agents that enroll, we're going to do a presentation for them. And then that's how it's going to explode. So, but that's basically it. I'm excited for you, man. Any other questions, guys? Nope. Yes, no, maybe so. You on mute? All right, now let me look in this chat box, and then as soon as I hang up, somebody gonna ring my phone. I got a question for you, Coach. All right, she actually started with just one person. Yeah, I would say my bad, Tammy. My bad, Tammy. Debbie. Oh, Debbie, you on the webinar?
Yeah, she here.
Deb. She's here. She's commenting, but I don't. Oh, she's at work. All right, Deb, my bad. Deb, I wanted you to say something, man, but it's all good. Yeah, man.
Kev,
Yes, sir.
real quick, can we make sure that everybody knows how to get their link, their link, and has everybody connected their FPS to the net? Those should be saved in your notepad. We always say save in your phone. But everybody, whether you have a Galaxy or you have an iPhone, you have a notepad in your phone, you should have those saved. You should have videos that you should have your prospect videos saved. Like if a person, Kevin said he spoke earlier about sending them a video. So you should have those saved in your notepad, so they should be handy. And so you shouldn't be reaching out to your upline asking where's my link. That's something that you do. We have a video about that. That's something that you should do within your first 72 hours of becoming an agent. So if you haven't done that, you need to have all your links saved in your phone. You need to have your FBS connecting saved in your phone, and you need to have at least 2 or 7 videos explaining the agent side and explaining the customer side in your phone handy. So when that information is asked for, we can get to there in an expedient amount of time.
So let me show you guys how to get Alan. I don't know if you realize I don't even talk about FES Connect because I don't use it. I only talk about what I actually use. And then remember, FES is coming out with a brand new landing page, so that's why I don't want to confuse them with FES Connect. However, knowing where your links are, Alan hit it on the head. Alan is the type of individual, when he called me, he's calling me for something that he really needs, because he's going to try to figure it all out without me, which is awesome. But let me show you guys now what he mean in reference to your link. So let's say you log into your back office. Hold on. I know a lot of you guys already know this, but I'm a visual like most of you. Hold on. So right here, you'll go to where it says enrollment links. right? So you hover over this, hold down the control button, boom, it's going to open up another tab. Now that's the regular credit repair link. And then this is the discount link for 138. Hold tab, hold control. This is the other one. Hold control. Now it's going to open up these links. So this is the regular credit repair link here, where the client's going to use to sign up, right? 188. Okay. You can hit home if you wanted to be the one with your face, you know, with your name on it. You can send them that one if you want. I like to get them directly here. This is where I like to send them, to the application page, because they'll see all those colors and get distracted. All right. All right. So that's the one for the 188. And then here's the second one Alan was mentioning. And then this is how you know it's the discount link. Right here in the top, it'll say 49, right? But if you go here and say 138 here, right? Now remember, guys, you're only making $50 off this when you give the discount. Okay. Now here's the last one. Just like Alan was saying, this should be just 89. Here you go. Now remember though, guys, all three of these options will help you with your Strive for 5. Okay? All right, so I got a launch that I'm about to do right now at 11. Now here's another thing. Look at that, right? This is crazy. If you guys don't have things in your phone, I'm sure all of you have experienced me either calling you at the same time you scheduled, or I'm calling you exactly and you like, man, how does this guy know? I schedule everything. Everything is in my calendar. Everything is in my phone. I have alarms that go off like every 10, 20 minutes for something else I have to do. And why do I have it like that? Because we're all busy. Even right now, there's some things that you guys got to do right now, but you're on this webinar. But right after you're done, you got to go get to it. But at the end of the day, you want to be as organized as possible because we're all professionals. And we're leaders. So you got to track everything that's going on, and you got to know when's your next meeting. What's the next thing that you got to do? But this phone, my calendar, bruh, saved my life and my business.
Same thing on the board. Like, the next day, you pick up a shoe on another board, there's a bag, a whole bunch of stuff. Like, the next day, my next day.
Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and mute her line. She going in on the kids. So anyway, is there any more, any questions or any concerns, guys? I'm about to close it out. Let me see if I had any questions.
Yes, I do.
What's up?
Okay, so I have my cousin. She's on here as well. I want to know how we set her up for her launch. When will you be available?
What's your cousin? Who's your cousin?
That's Anya Alfred.
Oh, Carrie.
Yes.
Wait, hold on. 1 second. I think that's what this 11 o'clock is. Hold on.
That's to talk to her brother.
Hey, sorry, I didn't know you. Coach Kev.
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Yeah, we got 11 o'clock.
We have a Monday.
No, I know that's Monday, but we had 11 o'clock. We scheduled you and I today.
Oh yeah, I thought that was we were doing it now. I thought you just pushed it a little earlier. You texted me, so I just got on this meeting. I just got on this conference call and got all the info. I thought that's what you wanted to do.
No, ma'am. I'm so intentional. What I did was this Saturday training is always going to happen. But right after the Saturday training, I was going to give you your one-on-one time to show you basically.
Yeah.
You with me?
I'm up for it. Yes, I appreciate it.
See? So we're still good for 11, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. So, but Darlene, you see that? That's a perfect example of me being organized right there. Right there. So I got it under control, Darlene. Don't worry, boss lady.
Okay. I just want to make sure that everybody that's on the team, like I see Kizzy, she's on here and stuff. You know, I just want them to understand that we're all a team, we're working together, and stuff like that.
We are. Kizzy, I gotta launch her too.
Exactly. Hi, LaShanya.
All right, guys. Let me close this out just so I can send this link. Carrie, I'm gonna send a link to you now through text message, and then you're gonna basically get back on. Wait, I seen Candace raise her hand. Hold on. What's up, Candace?
I just want
wanted to say hi to everybody, and I'm happy to be a part of the team.
Hi. We're happy that you're happy.
How long can I start promoting myself and just getting out here and
who enrolled you? Me?
Yes, it's Candace.
Oh, Candace from last night. I told you. You remember didn't I give you the post to put up? You gonna put that up today?
Okay.
Yeah, that's how fast. So I would put it up like around. You can actually put it up now and just follow those 3 steps that I sent you.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
I'm like a machine with this, girl. All right.
I've been listening.
I see. So as soon as you do those responses, you know people are going to be responding back to you. Then all you're going to do basically is get me over the names and numbers, and then you're going to hear me explain it to them until you can master it.
Okay.
All right?
Sounds good.
All right, I'll speak to you soon. I'm going, guys.
Okay. All right, bye-bye.
Thank you, guys.
Wait a minute, Kevin.
Yep.
I gotta tell you, I'm coming down from March 18th to 25th. So would y'all be able to do something? Because I'm only going to be down for a week.
We going to make it happen. March 18th. Hold on. Am I going to be in town? Hold on.
I'll be there to the 25th.
Okay, so yeah. So get with Darlene and get a date, and whatever I got to do to move around, I'm going to be there.
Okay.
All right?
Okay.
All right.